Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Xbox On. We've just been treated to a new batch of releases for Xbox Game Pass on both console and PC. So in this video we're going to talk you through what's available, starting with a few games you can start playing right now. First, let's take to the skies for a spot of dogfighting in Ace Combat 7 Skies Unknown, which is available right now. If you're impatiently waiting for Flight Simulator and are looking for a plane game to fill the gap, this passes the test with flying colours. Fair warning though, it's a little bit more fast paced than cruising over cities in an airliner, because in Ace Combat you're the pilot of a jet fighter taking on enemy planes in stunning aerial battles. It's all about outmaneuvering your opponents, banking to dodge missiles, carefully lining up shots while speeding through the sky, and even breaking out the occasional barrel roll. The combat is, well, it is ace. Planes aren't the only thing you'll be battling. There are also weather hazards to worry about. Clouds, ice storms, even lightning strikes will bring added complications to your fights, but they look so good it's hard to really hold it against them. Ace Combat 7 is an incredibly deep flying game, but if you're yet to earn your wings, fear not. You can choose between expert controls or simpler options to get you off the ground. Whatever your experience, there's a chunky campaign to play through, and once you've mastered that, you can duke it out with other players in aerial death matches on Xbox Live.
Time is a luxury I no longer have. Humanity is at a crossroads.
Then, bringing things back down to Earth, well, a dystopian future version of Earth at least, we've got The Surge 2. If you've played the first Surge game, this is a bigger and better version of an already brilliant action game. But if you didn't, well, the most important thing to know is that The Surge 2 is a game about lopping off limbs and heads with a selection of weird and wonderful futuristic weapons. Not just for the brutal joy of it, mind. In The Surge 2, dismemberment is a strategic necessity. All the best gear is attached to your enemies, firmly attached. So to earn weapons and equipment, you'll have to forcibly remove them. This does add an extra level of challenge to combat because you need to individually target body parts with your finishing move. But it's well worth it because there are some really cool weapons on offer, from electrified Wolverine claws to axes that can split in two. All the better for chopping bits off with.
Carl Faubert sought information for a living.
Now, for our next game, we're off to an alternative version of 1970s Quebec. Available as of the 19th of March, in Kona you play as a private eye, investigating a seemingly minor case in a town ravaged by a blizzard. But there might just be more to this mystery than meets the eye. That's all I'm going to say, because you'll want to uncover the twists and turns of this game's mysteries for yourself. Kona is a first-person adventure game, the kind that often gets called a walking simulator, but you'll be doing a lot more than just walking. There's a survival element, meaning that as well as collecting clues, you'll have to fend off wolves, and this being a blizzard, stay warm by pillaging abandoned homes and campsites for supplies. There's even a spot of driving. So really, this one should be called a walking / driving / not dying of exposure in the Canadian wilderness simulator. Catchy, huh?
Was I supposed to shout or something here?
Those three games are all available on Xbox Game Pass today, but that's not all you'll be able to play this month, like Bleeding Edge, which is coming to Game Pass on day one of release on March 24th. If you've been playing the betas, you'll already know what to expect, but for anyone who hasn't, Bleeding Edge is the latest game from Xbox Game Studios' Ninja Theory, who you might know as the studio behind sublime single-player action games like Hellblade and Devil May Cry. But this is something completely different, a 4v4 multiplayer game that blends hero shooters with MOBAs and, of course, that classic Ninja Theory melee action. There are a dozen characters to pick from, each with a unique playstyle, and each weirder than the last. I'm gonna Bagsy Mecco, the dolphin-powered crab mech. This is an Xbox Play Anywhere title, meaning you can jump seamlessly between console and PC without losing a moment of progress. And if you're playing on Xbox One X, it's enhanced with 4K resolution, so you can appreciate every beautiful weirdo in brilliant detail.
I come to you from across the grid with a warning. A great threat is upon us. His name is Lord Draken, and his armies are growing.
From March 26th, it's Morphin Time, with a game that lets you don the motorcycle helmet and brightly coloured lycra of everyone's favourite Japanese superheroes. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is a fighting game with a roster of heroes and villains pulled from over 25 years of Power Rangers history. And because these are 3-on-3 tag battles, you can pull together some amazing team-ups. Great news for anyone who's wanted to see the Super Mega Force Yellow Ranger fighting alongside the original Green Ranger. You can call your teammates for an assist, or even summon a giant robotic fist or sword for a single-use ultra attack that can help turn the tide of battle. After all, what would a Power Rangers game be without Megazords?
In 1592, I saved the lives of countless Londoners, curing them of the plague using the very latest innovations in medical astrology.
Finally, we have for thee something a little different, in the form of Astrologaster, coming soon to Xbox Game Pass for PC. Just in case that title isn't your standard day-to-day vocabulary, Astrologaster basically means a rubbish astrologer, and that's exactly who you play in this historical comedy game. Your character is Simon Foreman, a real person who lived in Elizabethan London and is still famous for his dodgy doctoring. See, Foreman didn't use tests to diagnose his patients, he simply looked to the stars. And that's what you'll be doing, looking at star charts and deciding how you want to interpret them. You could make your best guess at what ails your patient, or just pick the one most likely to cause messy drama. With its pop-up storybook presentation and the songs that introduce every character, Astrologaster is a game you're not likely to forget anytime soon.
It is only a matter of time before I gain my medical license. For I am not a quack, sir. I am a true doctor.
There are also a few games leaving the Xbox Game Pass library this month, so if you haven't had a chance to play them yet, this is your last chance. We can recommend checking out Cities Skyline on console and PC, and Borderlands The Handsome Collection on console, but you'll have to be quick. We'll put the rest down in the description below, so make sure to head down and check so you don't miss out. And remember, if you've been playing any of these games and want to add them to your collection forever, you can buy any Xbox Game Pass title to keep it for a reduced price. Oh, and in case you missed it, there's one other big addition to Xbox Game Pass this month: Perks. These are little bonus benefits you get just for being a member. For more details on that, check out our dedicated video. And while you're at it, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you never have to miss out on another video again. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!